This program is fan-generated. If you'd like to support us, please go to jamieglazov.com. And also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. All your support are greatly appreciated. Hello, I'm Annie Cyrus, the producer of the Glazov Gang. First, I wanted to thank you all for all the great support you have been giving us for the last 4 years, especially last few months. Because of your love and your support, we were able to come back and continue our fight. But now we still do need your support. Please go to jamieglazov.com and donate any amount you can. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our Facebook page. And we want you to know that we will not rest until we win this war to guarantee a free and beautiful America for our next generation. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Glazov Gang. I'm Anne-Marie Morell, Editor-in-Chief of Politichicks.com, filling in for Dr. Jamie Glazov tonight. My guest tonight is a Shillman Fellow of the David Horowitz Freedom Center. He is a prolific writer. He is one of my favorite writers in the entire universe. He writes columns for Front Page Magazine and his daily blog, Sultan Kanish. Daniel Greenfield, welcome back to the Glazov Gang.
Thank you, but only the universe? What about the rest of it all?
I don't know what's past the universe yet. I hope to find out someday. You probably know. You're the guy that I would ask.
But I can't tell, obviously.
Well, speaking of out of this universe, I'm going to start right out by talking about Hillary Clinton. She claimed that she turned in all of her business emails. Everything important was turned over to the government. She said it on a million different interviews. And yet, after only going through about 30% of her 30,000 so-called personal email, they have already found over 300 that can be deemed classified. So what are your thoughts about Emailgate with Hillary?
Well, I think it's a pretty scary time over in Clinton world because the Clintons have a lot of aides and they're going to have to throw some of them under the bus. Somebody's going to have to take the blame for this. It's not going to be Hillary Clinton, obviously, because the Clintons never take the blame for anything. So they're going to have to find somebody to step forward and claim that they stripped the classifications off. Hillary Clinton, of course, had no idea as usual. You can't prove that she had any idea. Hillary Clinton doesn't know anything about email. She's never had email. She's never been involved with email. So they're going to have somebody who's going to be willing to face 20 years in jail for the Clintons. So this is going to be a real loyalty test.
And you think that'll happen? You think someone will do that for her?
Well, they found scapegoats for Benghazi. They fired them. They fake hired them back. This is more serious. So yeah, I mean, they're walking around, they're pointing a finger looking for somebody who's willing to really bite it for them.
Even Bob Woodward recently, who was instrumental in taking down Richard Nixon, said that Hillary deleting her emails is very, very much like Richard Nixon erasing audio tape. And NPR, in the New York Times, a lot of major leftist media sites are not really painting a good picture for Hillary. But you still think that she's going to get out of this?
You know, if they're betting on Bernie Sanders making it all the way to the White House, I think he's going to break down way, way long before that. So it's not a good bet. But at the same time, they have to tear down Hillary Clinton because by the current Obama standards, she's not left-wing enough. She's crazy left-wing, but they're looking for completely insane left-wing. So they've jumped onto Bernie Sanders. They're willing to throw Hillary over, but they're going to find themselves stuck because Bernie Sanders isn't going to make it, and Hillary Clinton is going to be too damaged.
Recently at a press conference, a reporter asked her about if she had wiped her server clean, and she said some smarmy comment about, oh, do you mean with a rag or something like that? So is Hillary proving that she's not so much corrupt as she is incompetent?
Well, she's trying to make the incompetent argument. You know, it's a pretty sad state when a politician running for president is trying to argue that they're too stupid to know what they were doing. That's already a bad sign. And Hillary Clinton, that was a terrible performance. She tried to dodge the comment. She made the dish towel joke. Then she concluded by saying, you know, ask the investigators, which is like, O.J. Simpson saying, "Ask the investigators if I stabbed somebody." That's a when you've been reduced to saying, "Ask the investigators if I did something wrong." That's pretty much one step away from a press conference where you confess everything. Except the Clintons never really do that. But it shows that Hillary Clinton doesn't have the scandal management tools that her husband did. She's awkward. The whole press conference was terrible and embarrassing, and it's just going to get worse.
It seems to me, watching the way, like the New York Times has thrown her under the bus many times. They're the ones that leaked the first email hints about her deleting her emails. They're the ones that leaked those words that no one was supposed to use about her. It does seem like the press is not on her side, and if they were, they would be trying to cover this up, don't you think?
They're not on our side. That's what we're hearing about this. Obviously, I mean, Obama has had much worse scandals that the press simply did not cover or just dismissed out of hand. As I said, the left has decided that Hillary Clinton is not left-wing enough, so that's what they're doing this. But obviously, they don't really have anybody waiting in the wings as a replacement, so that's going to be a problem.
All right, well, best case scenario, Hillary goes to jail. I can hear people across America cheering right now. Who do you think, besides Bernie Sanders, who do you think, this is a prediction, 2016 Democrat nominee?
Well, the obvious choice is Joe Biden, who's going to stomp out there. And as much of as he is an idiot and all that, he's a pretty good campaigner. He's also a complete dementedly compulsive liar. I mean, this guy makes Bill Clinton look sane and stable. So it's certainly going to be an interesting election, especially if he's up against Trump. I'd like to see that debate. I mean, I think tickets for that are going to go really big.
Oh, I will pay a lot of money for that, for sure. I want to kind of switch gears and close out our segment tonight. There's a brand new twist in the Iran deal. I want to hear what you wrote about it this afternoon. So what's going on, this new twist?
Well, we've heard rumors about this. Senators have suggested it. But now we pretty much have confirmation via the Associated Press that the Iran agreement that they put out there isn't the real agreement. There are a bunch of secret side deals. Most of those are secret. They're negotiated between Iran and the UN Atomic Agency that's going to be handling the inspections. Now we know that one of the deals involving an Iranian nuclear weapons complex is going to involve Iran doing the inspections. Iran is going to take the samples. It's going to use its equipment. It's going to send photos and videos of the actual complex to the UN inspectors. The Obama administration was given the chance to say this isn't true, this isn't happening, and they said this is a really very rigorous process, and we're not going to comment on this. And you know, when you're saying no comment, that means it's true.
Wow. I'm trying to close my mouth right now. So basically, they're going to be able to inspect their own nuclear program.
Yeah. It's like asking a drug dealer to search his own house for drugs and then send some photos to show that he doesn't have any drugs. That's what we're doing here.
Holy cow. Do you think all of this is really going to happen, Daniel?
Well, the deal is getting worse day by day, but it really depends on the Democrats to step up and stop it. Some have done it, but I suspect not enough.
Wow. You recently wrote an article. I want to close out with this. It was brilliant. It was, again, all of your articles are brilliant, but you were talking about instead of following politicians, we need to start looking for ideas and listening for ideas. Is there anyone out there who can save America?
Well, I think we really have to start with the ideas rather than with the person. I mean, when you look back at the origins of the Tea Party, the origins of the conservative resurgency, it was about people saying, it wasn't about people saying this guy is going to be great, Marco Rubio is going to be great, or this guy is going to be great so much, as it was about saying these are the things we believe in, these are the things we want to fight for, and we have to go back to making issues the center rather than people. There's a lot of infighting now in the conservative movement over personalities. I mean, it can't be the personalities because the personalities we lose. People are fragile, people will fail, but ideas are stronger. Ideas can carry us through when individuals don't hold up to them.
Daniel, again, brilliant. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. Follow Daniel Greenfield, sultankanish.com, and his daily column at Front Page Magazine. He writes, I think, 20 articles per day. He's prolific, wonderful guy. And thank you all for watching tonight. Please support the Glazov gang so you can hear from these people like Daniel Greenfield. Go to jamieglazov.com and be sure and subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Glazov Gang. Thank you.